Jules, you give that fucking Nimrod $1,500 and I'll shoot him on general principle.
No, Yolanda, he ain't gonna do a goddamn mother thing. Bitch, shut the up!
Okay, and I know we're going to be talking mainly of the show, and then what is it, Crest of Iron, the OVA.
The OVA,
yeah. Because the other two are just retellings.
Yeah, they're just straight up compilations.
I just jumped around to see if there's any new scenes. I didn't really watch the two OVAs all that much, but I did watch the show.
You finished it just now.
No, I actually finished it because we were gonna review it the last time, beforehand, and then
So you finished it 5 minutes before the previous episode.
Man, fuck you.
Pretty much, right?
No, I actually finished it the Thursday of that week. The Thursday of that week, I wrapped it up. I took my time with it, but I finished it up the Thursday going into recording episode 114. So
okay.
I was completely done. I did rewatch Crest of Iron, though. That's the only thing I rewatched.
Talk about doo-doo.
Oh, man. We'll get into that.
When are you going to do the Michael Bay Roundup on Chaos Theater?
Good luck. Keep waiting.
Oh, the Michael Bay Roundup, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though?
I actually submitted it as a topic submission to Chaos Theater.
Paul, did you know?
Paul,
yeah.
I saw that.
I can't say that I noticed that.
Oh my god. I will say this, the gang over at Colony Drop, they just did a viewing, I think, and a commentary on Bad Boys 2. So which they I guess,
who are these? Who are these Colony Drop people?
Colony Drop is a website that's dedicated to anime, but of course, the title comes from of Gundam.
Oh, I understand that, but yeah, you don't have to explain Colony Drop to me. But who are these people?
They've had a website for quite some time. It's a blog. They have a podcast.
No, where are they from?
I don't know where they're from. I just been to their site a few times, and some of the news stories for Neo's News have come from there. But they posted on Twitter that they were doing a viewing of Bad Boys 2.
Colony Drop?
Colony Drop, man. Those guys.
Where the fuck did they get?
Man, they like some Michael Bay, man.
That's fine, but why am I not on there?
Oh, so that's what it is.
Oh, shit. Ready to jump ship?
No, wait a second. I'll be honest with you. Bad Boys 2?
Let me go to Twitter real quick.
Bad Boys, what the fuck? I'm going to
Twitter right now. Hang on a second. I'll find it. Colony, COLONY.
No, you need to retweet to them to say, hey, you fucked up. You didn't put the right person on the...
You forgot to call Neo, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to get back on Twitter, man. I direct people to your Twitter all the time, man. Hook it up to your phone.
My Twitter? No.
Oh, here we go. It was...
I'm not going to do any of this stuff because it just...
it confuses you?
No, it doesn't confuse me.
Colony Drop reminder. Colony Drop Bad Boys 2 viewing party is tonight, 9 p.m. EST.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, Colony Drop, man. They're holding it down, man. They finally did it, man. They finally went into the world of Bay.
All right.
Let's see. Where's the money?
You don't know about this, Soul Bro. I got me the Dark Knight trilogy on Blu-ray, baby.
Jen just bought that today. I came home and saw it on the kitchen table. It's like, get the fuck out.
Where'd you buy it from?
She got it for $30, I think, from Best Buy.
You got ripped off.
Oh, man. How much you get it for?
I got it for $25.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
On Amazon. That's why you go to Amazon, dude.
Shit. Maybe we can go in to Best Buy and say, well, we bought Amazon right now is selling for $25. We want $5 back.
Fuck you. They're the people that's out of business.
Try to get another price match.
See, I actually want to see Dark Knight Rises again because I only saw it once. And I'm still like on the fence about that movie.
You should listen to we mentioned it before, but you should definitely listen to Garmin's take on that movie if you haven't already.
No, I've already heard it.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I know he hated the movie. Yeah.
Cool. You listen to that the This Night Returns on Fat Man on Batman?
Well, I'll be honest with you. He's been bitching about it. I live in LA, so he's been on the radio.
You actually can hear him live every day.
Yeah, he was bitching about it because he saw it like a week or two before everyone else did.
Yeah.
So he was bitching about it to the point that he could bitch about it before it came out. He was like, ugh. And I was like, ooh, this is not good. This guy like he bleeds Batman.
He loves the Bat, boy. He does. Speaking of radio stations, Clear Channel just cleaned house on a lot of their radio station talent. On Real Radio down here, they cut a ton of people. Soul Brother Kevin, I'm sure you remember his show. It got canceled, even though it was #1 at the top of his ratings. Real Radio, I guess Clear Channel wants the channel to go into a slightly different direction for that time slot. So they ended his show. They got rid of Cabin Boy. They're moving Soul Brother Kevin to the Monsters of the Morning. And I guess Angel was one of his other co-hosts of that show. They're moving him to the Buckethead show. They got rid of Daniel Dennis, who to me, yeah, they got rid of Daniel, who I first heard on the Drew Garabo show back in the day. And then he moved to be the producer on the Monsters of the Midday when they were in the midday. And he was the best thing on that show. Him and Dirty Jim, between the two of them, their back and forths were fucking priceless.
They probably didn't. They probably
What are you
like
talking
him.
about?
Clear Channel.
The local talk show.
Clear Channel Massacre.
Clear Channel Massacre. Yeah, we have a talk show radio station.
Yeah, 104
FM 104.1 over here in Orlando, and a ton of people who I've been listening to for years. The people who got me into wanting to be on the radio and doing podcasts, a lot of them got cut or moved around, and one of them was a producer.
Jim Phillips is still around.
Yeah, Jim Phillips ain't going anywhere, boy. That motherfucker. He's been in the radio game for way too long. He'll retire. He'll actually retire from that fucking business. That's an amazing thing.
Oh.
Well, wait, we had that happen here a while ago. There was an AM station, 940 Wins. It was basically like liberal political discussion. It was Clear Channel. And just suddenly, from one day to the next, they switched it out, got rid of all of the shows, and they said, let's have another sports talk channel in South Florida because the ones we already had down here weren't enough.
The 5 they already have aren't enough, yeah.
Yeah, so it became 940 The Gator.
Well, the thing about it is, I mean, it does end up becoming a numbers game because no matter what, sports talk, even though it's such an annoying format, it makes them money. Yeah. They make money off that. People fucking listen. And
yeah,
I
there
mean,
are already like 4 or 5 down here already before The Gator.
Yeah,
it's a very crowded field.
But that happens at 104 like every couple of years. They have a huge house cleaning and a huge shakeup.
Yeah, like when Shannon Burke got fired or when Drew Garabo got cut.
Yeah. Well,
once again, we have only one rock station down here, and it's Big 106, which is basically classic rock. Although classic now includes Nirvana.
Yeah, I mean, it has been 20 years. As hard as that is to believe, it has been 20 years since like Nirvana and fucking Alice in Chains and those. My mind can't even process that shit.
When back in the day, Big 106 would never play anything like later than Metallica.
It was usually early Metallica too.
Yeah, early Metallica. God. Like anything that was made after the early 80s was too new for Big 106. But of course, Big 106 is still around because they got Paul and Ron. So
damn,
I stopped listening to those guys
are still around, huh?
Yeah, they still are.
Jesus,
I lost interest in them many years ago.
Damn.
I was a devoted listener for many years, but after a while, I was like, I'm just sick of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, 104. I could see why they got rid of Daniel on the Monsters because I remember the last one when I lived there.
Yeah,
he was on a different wavelength than those guys, and I think that was more of an internal thing because they wanted to go with the stupid redneck humor because it's the fucking easiest thing. Yeah. And he wanted to take. He always would. There'd be times you'd watch, like every other day, he'd just get in a real weird blow up with them about like stupid shit they'd be saying. So
more so with Russ, the ringleader.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
him and Russ actually had a big argument on air not too long ago. I didn't hear it. I just heard it.
That's why I got fired.
Yeah. Well, what happened was Daniel doesn't really blame one person. He says that when he came to negotiating his contract, everybody was signing up for 3 years. He said, I just want to come and do the work. I really enjoy my job. I don't want to be under contract. I just want to come into work, enjoy my job, and and do whatever. And they were forcing every bit of their talent to take a 3-year contract. If you didn't take it, you were gone. Yeah. So he decided not to take it, and he got the boot because of it. If he'd signed that contract, he would have been in there, but I don't think he would have been happy. He actually has a podcast called the mediocre something with Tom and Dan. and you can find it at tomanddan.com. But I just started listening to the show, and he's as hilarious as ever. I love Daniel Dennis. He's one of my inspirations for just even doing.
Yeah,
this.
he's a guy that should have been in a bigger market, because he was the reason why the Drew Garabo show was ever. It's the only reason why I ever listened to that show when I first moved there. And as soon as he got off that show went to shit, because
it did.
The last time I knew, when I was working in Orlando, one of the companies I worked for, when they were doing stuff with the Magic, he was like the senior ticket seller for fucking the Orlando Magic. So that tells you like what his skills are. So
I think Garabo actually moved on to Tampa to get into radio over there, but I honestly don't know all the details about that. But Daniel was definitely the heart of that show, and when he left there to go to the Monsters, I couldn't be happier, because I already listened to them, and he did a great job in that show until what this happens.
He was the only reason why I was still listening to that show, because I just got tired of just the dumb redneck humor, and it got so old. It's just like, oh, we're dumb rednecks, ho ho ho, you know, and it's just like, oh, really? This is where we're going? Like, this just doesn't make any sense, but you know, that's what sells.
And you know what? At one time, Larry the Cable Guy was a Clear Channel employee. I know that ain't
Larry the Cable Guy.
And even
no, you know what? No. Mm-hmm. When Larry the Cable Guy was on JR, when I first moved back down Chris, seriously, if you can find this stuff, when he was first on when he was on JRR down in Orlando, and he would call in, and I forget Pat Lynch. Yeah. He would call Pat Lynch in the morning. And his fucking shtick, because he would always start to be like, what the hell is this, Russia? And he'd be like drunk. And I think he was actually fucking drunk. And he was funny as fuck. It was, and the get her done thing, that wasn't even something that he was focusing on. It was just something he said at the end, like it was like a call out sign. Yeah. It was just like, I'm done with this segment, get her done. That's all he did. And then he parlayed it into, you know, his fucking bullshit that he does now. So
yeah, now he has he's the type of comedian now that has an audience, that a homogenized audience, kind of like Dane Cook. You know, those comedians that don't do the circuit anymore, they have their built-in audience and they do the stadium shows. That's the kind of comedian that, you know, they never sharpen their game. They just do the same old BS, and that's a shame, because, you know, if you don't throw yourself to the wolves to develop the material. He was funny.
Like, he was funny back then.
Yeah, he was.
And then when he started, I was like, and then when it all changed, I was like, wow, that's Larry the Cable Guy, huh? Like, he was really irreverent. Like, he would just sit there and just be really nasty and shit. And now he's like, you know, I'm just old lovable redneck cable guy. So,
and who knew? My brother used to do his lawn.
Go away, Todd. If you want to come in, you are going to have to break down the goddamn